Okay, I'm going to do this my best with worksheet 1 for you all. First off, I want you to know worksheet 1's got a couple places where you fill things in that we're going to ignore. We're not going to do the table, and we're not going to do the extra f of x where you see a vertical bar. That's for when we graph, and we'll deal with those later. Now, first off, you've watched the first video. So you see that when I see this first function, it really means just the left side of the oblique line, negative 2x minus 4. And the bottom part really just means the right side of the function, f of x equals x minus 6. And so we label these as an oblique ray left and an oblique ray right. And we see that they stop and start at 0. The first one stops at 0, negative 4, and the second one starts at 0, negative 6. The endpoints are different, so the one that has the equal sign is closed, and the one that does not have an equal sign underneath it is open. Now, the first way that you can do it is that you can just plot some points. So you can say, give me some points less than 0. So I chose negative 3, negative 2, negative 1, and 0. And I found that I had an ordered pair, negative 3, 2, negative 2, 0, negative 1, negative 2, and of course 0, negative 4. So I went down here and I plotted 0, negative 4, 1, negative 2, negative 2, 0, and negative 3, 2. I knew that I wanted the left side. This is the endpoint. And from that first video, remember I told you to draw the line with the slope. So I first put a slope on it. Then I said the arrow, since this one's the left one, the arrow I put on the left side and the circle on the right side. I showed the slope for this one. It's uphill. And since it's a right, the right side of the little oblique segment, I put a right arrow on. So the other side had to be the open circle. Now, when I come to do the next one, yes, we still have to find the value of the open circle. We can't close it because it's not in the domain. And so I have the ordered pair 0, negative 6 is not allowed. Then we have the ordered pair 1, negative 5, 2, negative 4, and 3, negative 3. So with my open circle, I plotted 0, negative 6. Then I plotted 1, negative 5, 2, negative 4, and 3, negative 3. I then said I knew that was my endpoint from my first sketch, and I just drew an arrow up and to the right to look like what I had. What we see is that these are not connected. And in math, when they're not connected, we either say you're jumping up or jumping down, but it's called a jump because to get from one rock to the next rock, so to speak, you've got to take a jump. This function is therefore called not continuous, or the fancy word is discontinuous at 0. Notice over here I'm continuous. I put down my marker and I could just keep drawing the line forever and ever. And over here I could put it down and keep drawing it forever and ever. But it's right here I had to pick it up and do what we call a jump. Now, give me 1 second. I forgot my markers. Sorry about that. I want to show you how we can do this. And first off, I want to show you how I come up with these little things right there. Is that when I do this, when I say, oh, the slope went down, it's the first one, so it's the left side. So a little arrow. Oh, I've got the equal to, so I put the closed dot on it. The next one, oh, the slope is uphill. This is the right side, so I put on a right arrow. I don't see a closed circle, so I make it an open circle. And now we're going to do these by slope. Now notice this is our left side. We've already labeled it an oblique ray left, and we've labeled this one the oblique ray right. Now you can write your slope two ways. -2 over +1, or positive 2 over negative 1. Notice this says 1 right and this says 1 left. We want to go left. So what we're going to do from our endpoint, 0, negative 4, is go up 2, left 1, up 2, left 1 until we're done. So here is my graph. So I'm going to go up 2, and I'm going to go left 1. I'm going to go up 2 more, left 1 more, up 2 more, left 1 more. I screwed up, sorry. Try that again. I'm going to go up 2, left 1, up 2, left 1, up 2, left 1, and I can do as many of these as I want. I already know I make my oblique line go like this, and I can draw my arrow. Now for the next one, what am I doing? Well, the slope is 1 over 1 or negative 1 over 1. This says moving right. This says moving left. This is the right side, so I pick the right slope. Up 1, right 1, up 1, right 1. I find my open circle, the endpoint, and I go up 1, right 1, up 1, right 1, up 1, right 1, up 1, as much as I want. And I draw my arrow. And so I'm getting the same graph over here. Here you wanted to plot points. Here you use slope. Now most of us use slope. We still get the same conclusions. So let's do one more doing ordered pairs, and then we'll do slope for it. And then the last ones I'll do slope. Oh, getting caught on my cord, sorry. So here's our function. Notice the top one is an oblique ray left. This is said go left. This symbol says go right. We discussed that in the very first video, the overview. When I insert 0, I get 3. When I insert 0 here, I get 3. Do you see you get the same value? This means that they're going to be connected, and the closed circle always wins out over the open circle. So now I, again, did some ordered pairs, negative 3, negative 2, negative 1, and 0. And on this side, I had to go bigger than 0. Of course, I know this one is an open circle. It's not allowed. And then I used 1, 2, and 3. But I noticed that the f of 0 equals 3 in both cases. That means it's connected, and it is a closed circle, and we call this graph continuous. So now when I come down here at 0, notice I plotted my 0, 3, my negative 1, 4, my negative 2, 5, my negative 3, 6, and I drew it. Over here, since they started at the same point, I plotted my points. I went from 1 to 5, 2 to 7, 3 to 9, and I drew my picture. So again, this is continuous. Now, we're going to continue on. I've got to get my cord, and let's take a trip into my dining room from the living room. All right, and so now we're going to do the same graph. Now notice, again, I'd already set that one up, but this one, I see it's down, but notice this one goes up. So I'm going to put the little arrow because it's the right side. And it's an open circle. That's how I would start it. And then I find that my endpoints matched, but now I'm doing slope. And the first one is negative 1 over 1 or 1 over negative 1, but 1 over negative 1 wins because I'm going left. The second one, the bottom one that goes right, is 2 over 1 or negative 2 over negative 1. And I'm going to choose the right one. I see the endpoints match, so it's continuous. But let's start here. What do I want to do? Up 1, left 1. So I come over here, and I'm going to go up 1, left 1, up 1, left 1, up 1, left 1. Do as many as you want. Here's my line, and it gets a left arrow. Since we started at the same place, this slope now tells us up to right 1. So now I'm going to go up to right 1, up 2 more, right 1 more, up 2 more, right 1 more. I'm out of space now. Let me try that again. Up 2, right 1, up 2, right 1, up 2, right 1. I missed a goofy little line there. And it's going to give me my arrow, and it looks just like the last graph because that's what we were doing, only we were doing it via slope. It's connected, and so we say the graph is continuous at 0. Now, for this next one, what I'm going to do is only do it using slope and the idea of what horizontal means. Notice if you were to draw this on your own, I would say, oh, the slope is positive. There it is. I'm doing the left side, and it's closed. And for here, I would say, oh, wow, it's horizontal. And I'm doing the right side, and it's open. It's hard to write with those that way. So anyway, I would get the same idea. So I plotted my endpoints. I have 1, 0 for the green one that was supposed to be in green, sorry. And so I plotted 1, 0 in green, and I plotted 1, 3 as an open circle. It's how I always start. I plot the endpoints or the connection point. Now, for the green graph, the one on the left, we want to do the left slope, which is down 1, left 1. So starting here, I'm going to go down 1, left 1, down 1, left 1, down 1, left 1. As many as you like, folks. Draw the line, put the arrow down. But for the red portion, it's horizontal. And that's really cool because we know it's horizontal and to the right. And so I draw my horizontal ray to the right. I see these are disconnected, and we call that not continuous. Therefore, it's also given the name jump. Now we have one last example that I will attempt to draw. This one might do a better job because I'm sitting down. Who knows? But the pens, it's all how they want to act. I look and I say, oh, my slope is negative, so I draw a negative segment. This says less than, so it means left arrow. It has a close, so this says equal. And so that's a left arrow. I'm thinking that pen's not acting well. So let me see if this one will act better. Yeah. And so it'll go this way. And now I know they'll both be purple, but that's horizontal. So, well, a bad horizontal, right? And it's an open circle because it doesn't say equal. And so now to do the oblique portion, my slope is -1/1. That's what you're used to. But you know, at the beginning of the year, I made you do both. And so this says that I'm heading right. This one says I'm heading left. I want to head left. So I find my green dot. And that says to go up 1. Here's my green dot. Go up 1, left 1. Go up 1, left 1. Oh, I'm going to have to do it in purple, sorry. Go up 1, left 1, and I can keep going up 1, left 1 as long as I want. And I get my line. And I'm going to do the red one in blue because the other pens are drying out from being open. And what does it say? I'm going to find my endpoint, which is the same thing. And I just want to go right. So I do a horizontal ray right. And notice these are nice connected. And so I say, but the endpoints match, which means it remain closed, and we're going to be continuous. Now, all you're doing on your sheets are answering for the first one, all the F of 1, F of 2, F of 3, whatever those are. And you also are just going to do the graphs like I've shown you. You can do it by ordered pair or do it by slope.